I'm Brian Way, and I might be a little biased, but I'm about to show you the coolest hose reel you've ever seen, so stay tuned and check it out. So what you're looking at here is a spare 17-inch torque thrust custom painted wheel to match my 1961 Corvette. Figured what better item than to make a custom hose reel out of it and put it on my barn. The very first thing I did was purchase a 6-inch PVC coupling, which you'll see in a moment, and then I drew a few circles in AutoCAD, made a siding backer plate, and then also decided at that time to make a matching rotor to the same size rotor that's on the Corvette. As soon as it came off the machine, did a little pre-fit, dropped everything on there, seemed to fit all perfectly. And based on previous dimensions, I took between the back of the wheel and the siding, I marked the coupling right there, and then just simply cut it off with a jigsaw to get it down to the size and proper clearance I was looking for. So from there, I was going to use a chrome spray paint, but I decided to use the metallic silver. It looked a little better and laid down a little nicer on that coupling and rotor, and it was a great color match. It looks like an actual rotor behind a wheel. The next step is to take the filler backer plate for the siding, and I screwed it right through the siding and used the multi-tool just to cut around it. I cut the insulation out, and then that filler will go right back in there. The next step was to take a hole saw, drill a hole right through the wheel so we had an exit point since the water was going to be entered right behind the wheel. So here's another part of the PVC siding. We'll call this the J channel. This did all come back apart, get siliconed and sealed in properly. But what I'm doing here is I pre-drilled those holes for the 1/2-inch bolts. The coupling, as you can see, goes on there, the rotor. Now we could place the wheel with the bolts and just put the nuts, some washers and nuts right through the other side of the wall. It holds it in real nice and tight. But I want to do a pre-fit so I could figure out where that water line is going to get mounted to. Simply drilled a hole through there. I already had a water line coming through right below, so it was an easy thing for me to do. I purchased this cheap plastic caliper cover on eBay, and it worked perfect for this. I wouldn't use it for a real caliper, but I screwed it right onto the rotor, and it looked pretty slick on there. I did silicone that pipe coming right through the siding, as well as the plastic PVC around the siding itself. Now that everything is really all sealed in, I'm going to drop this rotor right in place. That coupling has a couple dabs of silicone on there as well, and now the wheel can go in place permanently. And it only took 2 bolts to hold it in temporarily, and best to have an extra person on the inside with those nuts. It's hard to do by yourself. But drop those things in, tighten them all up very evenly so it stays centered on that coupling. Here's another cool part I found on eBay. They're chrome-plated bolt cap covers. They're actually metal. I took a little dab of silicone and put them right on those zinc bolts. In much better look, and they look more authentic as chrome lug nuts. Of course, the valve stem wouldn't be complete without a Corvette valve stem cover. All that's left is to connect that hose, slipped it right through the hole. Of course, it lines up perfectly with the water spigot behind there. I have a 50-footer I wrapped around, could easily fit a 75, possibly even 100 as well. And it's the perfect fit for sure. And it wouldn't be complete without a matching chrome center spinner. Gotta love those things. That's the same one we have on the 61 Corvette. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my content, please hit that like button and that subscribe button, and thanks for following along.